Our key messages to the players in Tanzania today were that when it comes to match fixing, they are the people that are being exploited and used by match fixers. So we're here to help them protect themselves against approaches. So we educate them on what match fixers do, how they talk, how they approach and how they infiltrate. They'll offer the parents money with washing machines, cars, just to get the player on side. We explain to the players, once we've gone through that process, how they can recognise, resist and report approaches to their coaches.
Well, I think basically it's anything you're not sure about, you say no. You know, I think which is good advice in most things in life, you know, and I think this age is particularly the most vulnerable. You look at most of these boys are 15 and 16, they are at that vulnerable age where, as the DVD, the presentation showed, you know, they're the target of the fixers and the groomers. And in a continent like Africa, where there is a lack of money generally, it's so easy to fall into the trap. And I think the way that the presentation was put across, it made it very easy for the boys to understand about how you get approached, when you can get approached, why you get approached, and why it's most of the time it means an end to your career. In Africa in particular, people look at, you know, they look at HIV, they look at malaria, they look at that, but match fixing is something that's gone for too long under the radar. You know, it's ruining the world's most popular game. You know, people are starting to lose confidence and faith in the world's most popular sport, and that's wrong, and that has to be stopped. So, obviously, you know, the world has a problem with drugs and HIV and malaria and things like that. But it doesn't mean any less time should be spent on things like corruption and lack of integrity. They're just as important.
Kwangu mimi nimejifunza vitu vingi sana, kujiepusha na mambo yote ya rushwa kwenye michezo, kutoa taarifa kwa watu husika pale inapofuatwa na mtu ambaye anataka kuhusu masuala ya rushwa kwangu mimi.
All these people have been caught. Germany, Bundesliga, all caught for match fixing.
I think this is a mandatory program for all sporting federations. As they do programs to stop people from taking sports enhancing drugs, it is the same effort that should be applied to sport integrity. The ethics on both taking a drug and the ethics of taking a bribe are one of the same.
And the people of Tanzania expect you, with pride, to make it a fair and honourable contest.
So we insist that sport federations, sporting clubs, sporting owners actually do this as a first step to fighting sports corruption in the world. And right here today, we're doing that alongside the very people that embraced the Sporting Federation of Tanzania.
First, recognize.
Transparency and accountability is the #1 issue. What we need is higher standards, harmonised standards around the world. We need a set of transparency initiatives that actually raise it up to a different level where nobody will ever question the game, so that the fan and the player, the people who enjoy the game the most, are protected. There's a level playing field and the game will go on in a clean fashion. You know, the greatest thing about the game is the athlete themselves and protecting the athlete. The athlete then will actually become the centre of the person in terms of getting them protected all the way, and also being a role models and leadership. You know, the game that's been played outside the arena is the game of corruption, in which we've got to do more effort to actually protect them when they leave the pitch.